The New York Times has reported that a Russian hacking unit has been targeting conservative anti-Trump think tanks here in the United States. And they actually got this information from Microsoft itself. See, Microsoft had detected that hackers had created these fake websites for two conservative but anti-Trump think tanks. They were the Hudson Institute and the International Republican Institute. Both right-wing think tanks, but both not happy with Donald Trump. And so Russian hackers attempted to create phony websites that were identical to the websites of these organizations, attempting to fool people who were trying to log in to those websites, steal their passwords so that they could gain access to all of the information within. Microsoft is not sure at this point, at least as far as we know, if any of this was successful, but they do know that this was the target, that it was carried out, and that it was carried out by a Russian hacking unit. They also confirmed that they did the same thing with U.S. government websites, specifically the Senate. They said it doesn't appear that they were able to get any login information from any member of the Senate, and they didn't target any specific senator or congressperson. But they did do this. So all of this begs the question as to what in the hell Republicans are going to do about our incredible lack of cybersecurity here in the United States. I mean, these were not incredibly sophisticated hacking methods, okay? They weren't going in there rooting around. They created a fake website, which is actually fairly easy to do, and waited for somebody to attempt to log in, okay? Not exactly that hard. And yet that's what they did. That was their master plan here. And it works. And they're able to get away with something so painfully obvious because we have such crappy cybersecurity protections here in the United States. I mean, the government itself should have been the ones to figure this out, especially when they were trying to get into the Senate website. But no, it had to be an independent company, Microsoft, that said, hey, you've got some hackers here that are basically trying to steal state secret, think tank secrets about their funding. They could destroy them with releasing all this, which honestly at that point I'm totally okay with. But the Senate stuff, yeah, that's a big deal. That kind of seems like something we should be doing something about. Yet Republicans repeatedly tell us that we don't need to protect our election systems because nobody's going to get into those, right? They tried to get in to the Senate website. You know, it's one thing, again, to go after these right-wing think tanks, most of them funded by industry. Some of these are actually receive funding from the federal government. The International Republican Institute gets money from the State Department. But yeah, people should know that. But the Senate, House of Representatives, our voting machines, those things need to be a little bit more secure than they currently are. And yet nobody is taking this issue seriously. We just proved about a week and a half ago that children are able to hack into our voting system. Some as young as 11 years old, doing it in under 10 minutes, changing vote totals and getting out undetected. If they can do it, what's to stop anyone else on this planet from being able to do it? And again, Republicans aren't taking this seriously. There doesn't seem to be any indication that Democrats are taking this seriously. But this is a very serious thing that just happened, and somebody, anybody, needs to increase the funding for cybersecurity here in the United States before we fall victim to something far worse than what we've already detected.